Sure. Thank you, Vinta. Let's wait and see how many devotees join.
Mataji, I shared the link in the group also. We will wait and see if someone joins. You can continue. I'll give you the host, Mataji. Okay, is that okay, Mataji?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm giving you host, Mataji. Hari bol.
Sure. Thanks so much. I'll just wait a few minutes and see if devotees are joining.
Yeah. We sent just now link, Mataji. You can wait for 5 minutes and see. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Vinta. Hare Krishna, Mataji. We're just waiting to see if more devotees are joining for the shloka class. So, Kiran and Anushri Matajis, are you going to be here for the shloka class?
Yes.
Yes,
Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam shlokas. So, so we are now going to, we just finished like the Chatushloki of Srimad Bhagavatam. And now we'll be proceeding with the other shlokas. Like this is all like what Srila Prabhupada often quoted. We're only doing like those verses.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mm. Sure. Thanks, Mata. Just give me a few minutes. I'm just waiting to see. Usually regular devotees that they're joining. I'm just waiting to see if they'll join. So
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
thank you, Mata. Mataji's, maybe we will start with the like the invocation prayers, the Mangalacharan, and devotees may join, So anybody would like to recite? Can you all see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Do
Mataji.
you want to recite the invocation prayers as on the screen? Any volunteers?
Yes, Mataji, I'll try.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mata.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Should I read, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead, Mata.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at His lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhakti, Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries, which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. I offer my obeisances to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa and all others in the line of devotion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. O Lord, O energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Now we will go on to the verses for today. So last week, like I said, we had, for the past 2 weeks, we were doing the Bhagavatam Chatushloki, and we will quickly revise those, and then we will move on to today's verse. I just need one volunteer who would like to recite after me. Is it okay?
Yes, Mataji, I will.
Okay, Mata, thank you. This is the key, like the Chatushloki. These are the key verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam, and they are from Canto 2, Chapter 9, verse number 33, 34, 35, and 36. So these verses were actually spoken by the Lord himself to Brahma. So when, Brahma first came from the Lord's navel, he was totally lost and confused, and he didn't know what to do. So at that time, the Lord instructed him on the science of Bhakti Yoga. And, these are like the 4 key verses. So this is the first ever spoken Srimad Bhagavatam in 4 nutshell verses, just like how we have in Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verses 8 through 11. They are the Bhagavad Gita Chatushloki, right? Aham
Yes.
sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam
Matsava.
pravat. Yeah, like that. Yes, so these are the Bhagavatam Chatushloki. So we can try to recite. Mataji, do you know, Kiran Mataji, you are familiar with these verses, Mata?
Yes, kind of. Yes, I am.
So would you like to
Yes.
recite yourself? I wasn't sure. So
I can try. I can try.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Okay. Ahamevasmevagre nanyat yat sat sat param paschadaham yatte tacha yo vashishyate so samyaham. Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation, when there was nothing but myself, nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead. And after annihilation, what remains will so be I, the personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Nice. So nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anybody else want to recite this first verse? Ahameva sameva agre. Anybody else wants to try this verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mata. It's very auspicious to recite this Chatushloki. That's why I was asking.
Aham evasham evagre nanyad yat sad asat param paschad aham yad etajja yo vashishyate somi aham.
Yo vashishyeta sosmyaham.
Yo vashishyate sosmyaham.
Yo vashishyeta
Yo vashishyeta
sosmyaham.
sosmyaham.
So nice, Mataji. Thank you. We can move on to this verse 34. So I will recite once and then we all can take turns to recite also, if that is okay with you all.
Yeah.
Ritirtham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidyadatmano mayam yatha bhaso yatha tamaha.
Ritethartham yata pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad videyadatmano mayam yatha bhaso yatha tama.
Jai. Very nice, Mata.
ऋतीर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद् विद्यात् आत्मनो मायायां यथा भासो यथा तमाह.
Jai. Very nice, Mataji. Vrinda Gopka Mataji, you want to try? Okay, I please
माताजी 5 मिनट देना दिया हो रहा है.
हाँ, sure, Mataji.
कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम.
Dandavat pranam. Yeah, and anybody want to read translation or I can read too, whatever works?
I can read.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Okay. Translation. O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality. No, it is my illusory energy, that reflection which appears to be in darkness. Haribo.
Jai. So nice, Mataji. Thank you. So the first verse is actually defining the supreme position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, like how he was the original and there was, nothing that existed before him like that. So, and then the second verse is giving the definition of Maya. So anything which is not related to Krishna, if it is not related to Krishna, it has no reality. That means it's just illusory energy. That is Maya Shakti. So if we use anything in the service of Krishna, it automatically gets spiritualized. That's what Krishna is conveying here. Very nice, 2 verses. Yeah. And then we'll move on to the third and fourth verse. Yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshvanu pravishtanya pravishtani tatha teshu nateshvaham.
Yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshvanu pravishtanya pravishtani tatha teshu nateshvayam. Haribo.
यथा yes, Mataji. यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चाश्वस्व अनु प्रविष्टानि अपराविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम्.
Jai. So nice, Mataji. Let's read the translation. I can go ahead and read this one and O Brahma, please know that the universal elements enter into the cosmos and at the same time do not enter into the cosmos. Similarly, I myself also exist within everything created and at the same time I am outside of everything. So this verse is actually giving like the inconceivable, it's explaining the inconceivable potencies of the Lord. Like we can say he enters into the cosmos, but he also does not enter. So Prabhupada explains so beautifully in the purport. So how do we understand that the Lord enters but still does not enter? So the Lord enters into the cosmos or the material manifestation via his energies, like his external energies. So all this external energy, Bhumi, Rapana, Lavayu, all that is the Lord's. Daivi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Durutyaya, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So this material energy is also his Daivi Esha. And then, but through his energies, the Lord pervades in the material sphere also. But at the same time, he is into it, but he's not into it directly like that. And there's also another example, which is just defined like how is the Lord aloof from the material energy is, when we take a magnet, for example, the magnet is away from the iron filings, but when you move the magnet, the iron filings will move along. But then the magnet is not directly in touch with the iron filings, but still, it controls where the iron filings move like that. So similarly, the Lord, so the magnetic energy is there which acts. So similarly, the energies of the Lord, they act and they, make the creation, maintenance and annihilation happens according to the will of the Lord like that. So Krishna in one sense, he gives key and he starts this universal process like that. Yeah, we'll move on to verse 36. Etavadeva jignasyam tattva jignasunatmanah anvayavyatirekaabhyam yatyat sarvatra sarvada.
एतावदेव जिज्ञासं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयवतरिकेभ्यां काभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा. हरि बोल.
Thank you, Mata.
एतावत् एव जिज्ञासां तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेखाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा.
Mata, you want to read the translation, please?
Yes, ma'am. A person who is searching after the supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, must certainly search for it up to this in all circumstances, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly.
We had read the purport like last time to this, because it's this translation, is when we read the translation, it's not clear to us what, Krishna is saying up to this, in all circumstances, in all space and time, both directly, indirectly. So Prabhupada has given beautiful explanations for what actually this translation means. So must search for it, that it is referring to Bhakti Yoga. So a person who is searching after the supreme absolute truth must, actually search for it up to this point. So that is referring to Bhakti Yoga. In all circumstances, like in any varna or any ashrama, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly. So the direct process is Bhakti Yoga, like Prabhupada also describes it as the elevator process, right? And then indirect processes are via Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga,
yes.
like that. So Ashtanga Yoga, like those are indirect processes. So, every human being, must inquire, Athato Brahma Jignasa, must inquire into the absolute truth. And, some may take to, depending on, it says in all circumstances, all space and time. So some may take to the indirect processes because they're more attracted to it, because, it's more conducive to their living circumstances like that. But some may take to direct process. So, but everybody must search for the supreme absolute truth. That's what is being
But
described.
they all lead to bhakti yoga, right? Karma yoga
Yeah,
and jnana yoga.
in one sense, Mataji, but Bhagavad Gita also says that the process is very difficult, in Jnana Yoga, because there is chance of fall down.
Falling down.
And
right.
unless, unless these yogas actually culminate in devotion to the Lord, it's not complete. The process is not complete. So the word yoga itself, Prabhupada defines as being connected to Krishna. So if we use the jnana and actually connect to Krishna, and then that process, that jnana yoga is complete. Similarly, karma yoga, if we are doing devotional service to the Lord, and if we connect in that way, the yoga has to happen directly. So then it is complete. But if we just do like karma yoga, and not just, as a ritualistic practice, like doing different sacrifices, yajnas and this and that, but we don't develop the love of Godhead, then it is not very useful like that.
Also dedicated to Krishna, right?
Yes,
Like
ma'am.
yat karoshi, yat shanasi, yat hosi vidasi, yat.
Yeah. Krishna also says bhoktaram yajna tapasam. So Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary. So we, so even if we are doing it like, some people do demigod sacrifices and things like that, but the ultimate beneficiary is always Krishna, and one must be aware of that, and so perform devotional service to Krishna like that.
Instead of the demigods, right?
Yes, Mataji. So this is what is being explained in this in the fourth verse, So these are basically the Sambandha, Abhideya, and the Prayojana verses. The first two, I think, are Sambandha. The third is the Abhideya, and the fourth is the Prayojana verses. And today we will move on to actually, this is not for some reason an often quoted verse, but I just put it there. So if we are interested, we can go back and do, but this is in the list of the often quoted verses. So we can, perhaps take up this verse and Hare Krishna. I see a couple of devotees have joined. Nitin Narsim Prabhuji and Sumi Ravi Mataji, welcome. And Prabhuji, we just revised the 4 Chatushloki verses, Prabhuji and Mataji, and we are now moving on to the new verse for today.
Okay, Mataji.
2
Sorry,
tenths.
Mataji, I'm a bit late today.
No, Prabhuji, that's okay. Yeah, I was thinking, Vinita and I were discussing, because, it's a Prabhupada, the Disappearance Day, right? So you may all be busy. We were thinking that there'll be services and stuff in India. So
Yes,
I
Mataji.
totally understand.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Prabhuji and Mataji. And so we are moving on to the 10th chapter of Canto 2. We saw the 4 nutshell verses in chapter 9, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Now this is chapter 10. And this actually, one way of remembering how I remember this is, this chapter 10 describes the 10 different subject matters of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's how I kind of tend to remember this.
Yeah.
And this verse in particular, this is an often quoted verse. This is giving the definition of what is mukti, or what is liberation. So in this verse, the definition of mukti is given. Very beautiful definition, which Prabhupada actually quotes a lot of times. I also added this verse, as a reference to understand what are the 10 subject matters, because this helps us to remember what are the 10 subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if everybody's okay, we can also learn this verse today. Is it okay with you all?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, because this will really help us to remember, though it's not there in that list of often quoted. I don't know why, but this is also a key kind of verse. So we can also learn this and then segue into the 9th one. Yeah, I just need one volunteer, please.
Sure. Sure,
Okay.
Mataji.
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Atra
Atra
Sargo
Sargo
Visargash
Visargascha Cha
Sthanam
Sthanam
Poshanam
Poshanam
Utayaha
Utayaha
Manvantara
Manvantara
Ishanukatha
Ishanukatha
Nirodho
Nirodho
Muktir
Muktir
Ashrayaha.
Ashrayaha.
Yeah, this word is combined and it's a long word. So Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha.
Manvantare Shanukatha.
Now that's a little bit long word. So
Yeah.
I think other words are kind of short and clear, right? Not too confused.
Yeah.
Let's go line by line. Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Sukha Uvacha
Atra Sargo Visargascha
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 Sthanam Poshanamutayah
Sthanam Poshanam Mutayah
Sthanam Poshanamutayah
Sthanam Poshanam Mutayah
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Nirodho Muktirashrayah
Nirodho Muktir Ashraya
Nirodho Muktirashrayah
Nirodho Muktir Ashraya
Atra Sargo Visargascha
Atra Sargo Visargascha
Sthanam Poshanamutayah
Sthanam Poshanam Mutayah
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Nirodho Muktirashrayah
Nirodho Muktir Ashraya
Atra Sargo Visargascha
Atra Sargo Visargascha
Sthanam Poshanamutayah
Sthanam Poshanam Mutayah
Manvantare Shanukatha
Manvantare Shanukatha
Nirodho Muktirashrayah.
Nirodho Muktir Ashraya.
Jai.
Jai.
Usually we do like a quiz. Let's try to do, let me hide this for some time. Okay. Now, anybody, any words stand out to you? What is Sarga, Visarga?
Yes. Sarga is creation
Done by whom?
done by Shri Krishna.
Yeah, yes, Mataji. Visarga is?
Annihilation.
No, Visarga is the
creation, Mataji. Secondary creation done by Brahma.
Oh,
Jai,
okay.
very
Okay.
nice.
Jai.
Yeah. Atra
Yes,
Sarga,
yes, yes.
Visarga. Very nice. Yeah. Sarga is the primary creation, which is done by the Lord. Visarga is the secondary creation,
Secondary.
when Brahma creates like all the living entities and all those things. Next is Sthanam.
Is it a position, Mataji? Sthanam?
Yeah, Sthanam, very nice. The planets, right? Where Sthanam means a place to live or something like that. So the 5th canto, right? It describes the different planets and all those things, remember? So Sthanam, 5th canto. Poshanam.
To nurture?
Yeah, to nurture. Very nice. Yeah. So this is in the 6th canto, right? The nurturing is done by the holy name. We read about the pastime of Ajamila. Like that.
Right.
Utayaha. Utayaha is, this is little bit tough. So Utayaha means the creative impetus, like what makes a human being engage in activities. For example, in the 7th canto, we see two main characters are discussed. One is Hiranyakashipu and the other is his son, Prahlad Maharaj. So Hiranyakashipu, he is of demoniac mentality because he is only after, he is more interested in his own fame, in material name, fame, position, like that. Whereas we see Prahlad Maharaj, he is totally devoted to the lotus feet of the Lord and whatever problems. So what are the impetuses, or what is the motivation for, the activities? We see Prahlad Maharaj, because his motivation is to please the Lord. His activities are all devotional in nature and pleasing to the Lord. But we see Hiranyakashipu, his aim is to kill the Lord, right? Like that. His aim is, he wants to somehow kill Vishnu, like that. I mean, his brother, he wanted to kill Vishnu, and Hiranyakashipu wanted to avenge his brother's loss. And so he was also trying to, get this kind of immortality, boon of immortality, that no human being, no animal, nobody can kill me, like that. But Krishna tricked him too. So we see the different impetus that is there in Canto 7. Manvantara, anybody?
Is it the period of one Manu, Mataji? I'm not sure.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. So that is describing the Manvantara. Ishanu Katha. Isha means
Science, Mataji.
yes, yes. So all those different pastimes, Lord Rama, all that is being discussed. Nirodho is, this is what Mataji first mentioned. Mataji,
you mean an annihilation?
Yeah, annihilation, destruction, basically, the winding up of the universe. So that is discussed. Yeah, in 12th canto, like that. Muktir, liberation. Yeah, and Ashraya is
protection.
Shelter.
Protection.
Who is our ultimate shelter? Who are
Lord Krishna.
Yeah, so that is the Canto 10 describes the Ashraya, or who is the Lord himself, like the Lord who is the protector, like our shelter, right? We take shelter. So that is described in the 10 cantos. So these are the 10 subject matters which are discussed in the Bhagavatam. Now we will move. Okay, let me paste back the things. So any devotees who are inspired to read the synonyms and translation, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. The synonyms too?
Yeah, synonyms also we will read, Mata.
Okay. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shri Shukadeva Goswami said, Atra, in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Sargaha, statement of the creation of the universe. Visargaha, statement of subcreation. Cha, also Sthanam, the planetary systems. Poshanam, protection. Utayaha, the creative impetus. Manvantara, changes of Manus. Isha Anukathaha, the science of God. Nirodhaha, going back home, back to Godhead. Muktihi, liberation. Ashrayaha, the samam bonam. Translation, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 divisions of statements regarding the following: the creation of the universe, subcreation, planetary systems, protection by the Lord, the creative impetus, the change of Manus, science of God, returning home back to Godhead, liberation, and the Samam Bonam. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So nice, Mataji. Thank you. It's already, we are 7 minutes past the hour. So I would like to pause here, and if anybody wants to share any realizations or questions, please go ahead.
Mataji, how does one study these shlokas? Like, are we supposed to learn it or should we be reading the purport? How do we go about it?
It helps, Mataji. Like, I mean, this class is aimed towards learning Srimad Bhagavatam shlokas. So we try to recite it, take turns and recite it. But with Kali Yuga memories, everybody has their own, learning curve like that. So you're welcome. We also read the purports for the Chatushloki. And it's always a good idea as a homework assignment to read the purports of Srila Prabhupada. They're just so amazing. And because these are often quoted, they're even more amazing. Like they're of so much purport there, the purports. So, and also another way I found, which is very beneficial to remember, is to go and look at classes where Prabhupada discusses this verse and then listen to it, because just by listening to the way he explains the verse, we memorize the verse easily. So that's been my personal experience. So if we just listen to Prabhupada's classes where he explains a verse, it gets so much easier to remember the verse, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, at least, we want to learn these key verses because it'll help with preaching like that. Okay, if there are no more questions or comments, we will chant the Vaishnava Pranam mantra. All of us can chant. Vancha
Vanchakalpatarubhyaksh kripa sindhubhaicha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavyo namo namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Jai Srila Prabhupada. We are celebrating his Disciples' Day tomorrow. So wish you all a great, grand festival. So we'll meet again next week with another set of verses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Pranams.
Thank you. Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Thank you. Hare Krishna.